Okay, let's continue with the second part of the training video. Let's focus on royalties, okay? Royalties and bonus. Okay? So let's say this is you at 50%, you at 50%, and you have a group of 10 supervisors. Okay, you have a group of 10 supervisors. Okay, it doesn't matter how you have them. All of them, they can be your first line, first, second, third line. It doesn't matter. Remember, the company pays you for first, second, and third line. Okay? Of course, the supervisors are doing business or either ordering products for personal use. Okay? It doesn't matter. All the points, all the volume points that the supervisors make, they count for royalties. Okay? All these people, it's at 50%. Okay, 50%. Okay, this is part of your group, your downline. It doesn't matter, like I say, if they are on your first, second, third line, you get paid for all the volume points they get. You get paid 5% of royalties. Okay, royalties. So let's say this supervisor makes 2,500 volume points. You know, they are doing sales, they are doing recommending the products, you know, they are, you know, just either for just consuming the products for themselves and the family. He makes 2,500 volume points, 2,500 volume points, 2,500. This one makes 2,500 too. 2,500, 2,500. Okay? So now we have 5, 10, 15. You know, this one right here makes another 2,500. 2,500. So right now it's 5, 10, 15, 20,000 volume points. Okay, this one makes let's say all of them they make 2,500. Okay. This is like an average of what people do in volume points. In order for you to get paid the royalties, you as a supervisor, you have to make at least 2,500 volume points. I will explain what's gonna happen if you don't make 2,500 volume points. Of course, at the beginning, if you're not like focusing on the business and like you are just consuming the products for yourself, don't worry about the 2,500 volume points. But if you're building a group, worry about the 2,500 volume points at least. Okay? So right here we have 7,500, 7,500, 7,500, and 2,500. So in this group right here, in this organization, we have 25,000 volume points. Alright? You have a group of 10 supervisors. Okay? 10 supervisors. Out of these 2,500 volume points, the company pays you, like I say on the last video, 5% royalties. So 5% of 25,000 volume points is $1,250. Okay? That's a check that you're gonna be receiving on royalties. Okay? So where the royalties comes from? From the first 3 levels of your supervisors. It doesn't matter how many you have. Okay, you get paid 5% of all the volume points of your group of supervisors on the first 3 lines. Okay? So what is the deal about the 2,500 volume points for you as a supervisor? When you're a supervisor and you're having a group of supervisors below you, if you only make 500 volume points, you only get paid 1% of royalties. Alright? If you do 1,000 volume points, you only get paid 2%. If you get 1,500 volume points, you get paid 3%. If you do 2,000 volume points, you get paid 4%. And if you get paid 2,500 volume points, you get paid 5%. So that's where the 5% comes. So let's say you are having a big group and this month you say, no, I don't want to work in this month. I'm going to take a vacation, I'm not going to do anything. And you only do 500 volume points. Okay, that's all you do. And you have a group below you that is making 25,000 volume points. Instead of 1,200 $50, you'll be getting paid only $125. Only 1% of royalties. So that's why you have to do at least 2,500 volume points when you have a group of supervisors that are working right now. Of course, in this business, we don't just do 2,500 volume points, you know. Depending on how you're working, the tools, whatever you're doing, you do more than 2,500, you do 5,000 volume points, 10,000 volume points. It depends, depending on what tool you're working on. Also depends on if you're full-time, part-time. It doesn't really matter, but this is like the main goal, at least to make 2,500 volume points. Okay, so this is where the royalties comes. So once you are above the $1,000 royalties, I'm gonna put it more. I'm gonna put it easier for you to understand. Okay, let's say you only have 8 people. Okay, 8 people. So these 8 people, you have 20,000 volume points. You don't have any more. Okay, right now. Don't worry about the other lines coming below here. I'm just gonna explain where the bonus comes. So right here, right now, your group is doing 20,000 volume points. Okay, now remember bonus. Okay, so now your group is doing. You have 8 supervisors doing only 2,500 volume points. In total, they make 20,000 volume points. The 5% of 20,000 volume points is $1,000. By doing 3 months of $1,000, you know, 3 consecutive months, you qualify for a level that is called Get Team. Okay, Get Team, Global Expansion Team. When you qualify for Global Expansion Team, on your 4th month, you're gonna start getting paid an extra bonus. So out of these 20,000 volume points, you're gonna be getting paid an extra 2%. So 2% of 20,000 is $400. Okay, $400. Of course, like I was saying, this is an average. You know, you can check the average payment for the distributors on Herbalife.com. Okay, and this is mostly for training purposes. Okay. So it doesn't mean that you need to have like 8 supervisors to become a Get Team or 10 or 20. It just depends on how you're working with your group and what tools you guys are working and whatever the amount of people you have. You can have 10, 20, 30 to get to Get Team. It doesn't really matter. It depends on how you work, okay? But of course, this is just to understand where the royalties and the bonus come. So let's say now your group is doing not 20,000 volume points. It's doing now 40,000 volume points. So 5% of 4,000 is $2,000. Okay, 5 times 40. Okay, I mean 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so $2,000 in royalties. Remember that when you are a Get Team, Global Expansion Team, now you get an extra 2% bonus. So 2 times 4 is 8. So now you'll be getting $800 bonus. Plus your sales and commissions too. Okay, so right now, when your group makes 40,000 volume points, you'll be getting a check of about $2,800. Okay, like an average. Of course, you also get paid for your 4th line, your 5th line, your 6th line. You know, you get paid to the infinity. But we're gonna be talking about the infinity in another class. This bonus is, you know, a lot bigger, but you have to work, you know, deeper on your organization. So at least I want you to understand the basics, you know, how the bonus and the royalties get paid. So let's say now that your group is growing right now, you're building more team, you're bringing more people into the company. You know, one of the things that I really want you to understand is that these people, nobody takes any money from these people to pay you. Okay, nobody takes any money. The company, you get 50% of the sale, they get 50% of the sale. The company is the same for everybody. But out of the other 50%, the company pays you the 5% royalties of everyone. So let's say the company keeps 45% of every supervisor and you get the other 5%. But depending on what level you grow, the company pays you more. Okay? So if you don't understand this, just talk to your sponsor, you know, and he'll explain you a little more. So let's say your group is growing right now. And instead of 40,000 volume points, you get now 60,000 volume points. So now, the 5% of 60,000 volume points is going to be $3,000. And the 2% of 60,000 volume points is going to be $1,200. So when your group is doing 60,000 volume points, you're going to be getting a check totaling $4,200. That's pretty good, huh? Plus your sales and your commission. So you'll be getting around, I don't know, it can be around $7,000 when your group is about 60,000 volume points. Okay, like I say, this is an average. You know, I cannot tell you that like you're gonna be getting exactly the amount that I am telling you, because it depends on your group. It depends on what you're working to, and if you have any other get teams on your downline. Okay, but I just want you to know where the checks come from. Okay, so now let's say that you keep growing, you're working, you're still working, and now your group is doing 80,000 volume points. Remember, right now I'm not talking about the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th line. I'm just talking about the first 3 lines. So imagine this: if you have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th line, you get paid more bonus of the 2% to the infinity. Okay, but that's another class. Okay, so now you are at 80,000 volume points. Okay, now instead of 2%, well, you will be getting paid always 5% of the royalties. So now 5 times 8, that's 40. Okay, and then $1,000. So you'll be getting 4,000. I'm sorry for my. Okay, $4,000. The 5% of 80,000 is $4,000. Okay, but instead of 2% bonus, you'll be growing to 4% bonus. So 4 times 8, 36. So when you qualify to millionaire team, okay, to qualify to millionaire team, you have to do this for 3 months. Okay, you have to do this for 3 months, and then wait 2 months. You know, it's a process of qualifying, and you're gonna be getting paid on the 3rd month after waiting 2 months, your first millionaire team bonus. Okay, and the first one is gonna be $3,200. I'm sorry, $3,200. Okay, so your first check as a millionaire team can be about $7,200. Like I say, this is not like an exact amount of money. It's just a way to explain you how the bonuses are paid and the checks are paid. Because if you're a millionaire team and you have a get team below your line, you get paid a little less, because this guy right here that is a get team gets some of the bonus too. Okay, but that's gonna be explained on another class. So the 5% of 80,000 volume points is $4,000 plus the 4%. Now you grow on the bonus. The 4% of $80,000 is $3,200. So you'll be getting paid $7,200 on meal team just starting as a meal team. Of course, like I say, if you have a lot of commission, a lot of people doing orders below you at a less discount, as a lower discount, I'm sorry, you'll be getting more commission. The check can be bigger. So now you're growing. Okay, let's say you're growing right now. Okay, you're working hard, because remember that in this company, not because you sign up, you get rich. You need to work, you need to be on the classes, you need to be learning all the time. Okay, you need to work on personal development too. But now your group is growing, and now your group is making 200,000 volume points. Okay, your group is selling 200,000 volume points. The royalties is still the same, 5%. Now you get 10,000 royalty check, plus your bonus grows to 6%. So the 6% of 200,000 volume points is $12,000. So the minimum check of a president's team, like I said, this is not an exact amount. It depends if you have a meal team, a get team below you. That's gonna be explained by your downline. But the minimum check can be $22,000 on a president's team check. So today we explained royalties, the first 3 lines, and bonus are paid also on the first 3 lines too, and the infinity. But I just focus today on the first 3 lines. Okay? From the same amount, you get paid 5% all the time if you do at least 2,500 volume points. Okay? And you get paid 2% on global expansion team, 4% on millionaire team, 6% on president's team. Okay? You can see the average of income for distributors on Herbalife.com. Any questions that you have that you did not understand from this video, you can ask your sponsor too. This is basically more for training purposes to understand where the checks comes from. Okay?